Ready to rumble? There's a smartphone battle brewing. Will the HTC One M8 or the Samsung Galaxy S5 prevail? We'll also look at some tech for her with some classy looking gadget bling. And Polaroid 2.0 has arrived with the Fujifilm Instax Share, and we've got it to review. All this and more on Get Connected.
Welcome to Get Connected. I'm AJ Vickery.
And I'm Mike Agerbo.
You know, Mike, I hate to think that I'm smarter than you, but I really have to apologize for what's coming up next.
I don't know how difficult it is being wrong all the time, but I think we're going to see that happen again.
Well, we've got a smartphone battle, and should they be the judge?
I think so. Let's check it out.
Well, I love the versus segments, and today we are going to do a versus with the Samsung S5 phone versus
the HTC One M8.
You know, this is actually a tough versus because I think that both of these phones are actually excellent, and
however, mine is better.
And neither of them are perfect.
Except mine.
So figure that one out.
Well, we're having a look here at the HTC One. It's the M8. You can see it looks very similar to the M7 version, the previous model. Well, you know me and technology, I'm really all about the style, and the HTC One M8 has it oozing out of it. It's a full metal body on it. It's such a beautiful phone, fits really nicely in the pocket, and great screen on it as well.
And you know, that industrial design, you know, going after that Apple-esque kind of like look.
It's like the Apple of Android phones, really.
Yeah. Although probably not quite Apple enough though, hey?
Well, I do like my iPhone.
Yeah, but it is a beautiful. And you know what? I would think that the Samsung S5, also a beautiful phone. Doesn't have that quite same finish to it, but you know, one of the things is that the back is removable, so I have access to the battery to replace it, as well as I can add additional
I can remove the back too if I smash it with a hammer. I mean, that is one great feature of it, sure. Obviously being able to replace the battery.
Yeah, and that's important to some people.
Well, this is nice because compared to its predecessor, it now can take micro SD cards as well, so I can expand the memory quite easily on here up to 128 gigabytes.
Right on. Well, one of the things about the Samsung S5 that I thought was, again, they seem to do right every time they come out with a new phone is the photo. The photo capabilities of this device. 16 megapixel camera built into it, and it takes amazing and beautiful photos. Plus the usability, I found the user interface with the photo application always just top notch when it comes to Samsung and that.
Well, HTC has actually put a brilliant camera system into this as well. It's using something called Ultrapixels, so really good in low light conditions. So if you're taking pictures at night or in dark places, you get fantastic photos. Also, if you can see, it's got two lenses on the back here as well. So you can actually create some really cool photos and really work with the depth of field, something that the Samsung doesn't have.
Well, I do want to talk about Samsung's speed. It's got a quad-core processor, 2 gigs of RAM. As I mentioned, you can pull the back off and actually put more memory into the device as well. This thing cooks. If you want to do a lot of gaming on your device, which the Samsung S5 with a nice big screen is totally outfitted to take advantage of that.
Well, the HTC's got the quad-core as well. It's got 2 gigabytes of RAM. Something that I really appreciate on this is the speaker system. It's got the Htc Boomsound. You can see it's a little bit of a longer phone, but they've built in these beautiful speakers, and let's see if we can get the sound going here. Like, it's kind of funny because, as these phones got bigger and bigger,
sure.
I never thought people would just sit there and listen to music with their phone or watch movies or Netflix, but that's what they're all doing. If you look at the younger folks, I know I look really young, but there are younger people than I am. They're just watching these things on their phone. They don't even have their headphones in anymore, and the sound on this is fantastic.
I'm going to give you that one. We're going to bow to your boom.
You're going to bow to the boom. But that's the thing, how many features can you pack into this? And for me, it's important to have good sound, a good camera, and a fast processor. Samsung really seems to dump a lot of features into their phones, and I question if you use most of them. Like the heart rate monitor and
I did notice that
scanner.
difference from the S4 to the S5 as they started to pack so many more things into it. And again, so many more things means so many more appealing to so many more people. But you're right, it's got a fingerprint scanner for getting into the access. It's got the heart rate monitor. It's got the Health built into it, which is basically helps you keep track of your health and how many steps you take and all this. I know, but
I can add those things with all these new wristbands. And
absolutely, yeah. No, I think you're right. I think maybe packing so much stuff in is too much Polaroid stuff, that might be one of my critiques, but there's no question that the device in its size and its footprint and the speed capabilities is able to handle all of them.
You know, I guess one last thing for me is just looking at the interfaces that they've built into these phones. HTC uses something called Blinkfeed, so it kind of aggregates all your social feeds and things like RSS, so it makes it easy to get it all on one screen. You've got the TouchWiz on that.
Yep, I got the TouchWiz. You know, again, that comes with like additional features, like you can actually control different parts of this without having to touch the screen. You can do it by sort of air waving over top of things, scrolling up and down emails and whatnot. So, you know, for the most part, extra gadgets, but you don't need to use them. It's like a Swiss Army knife. Maybe you never use the scissors, but they're there when you do want them.
Obviously, two great phones. Just depends what you're looking for. If you're all about style and some of the basic features, I definitely recommend the Htc One M8. And if you like all the features and the kitchen sink dumped into a phone, get the Samsung.
And beautiful photos, 60 megapixels. Boom. Boom to your sound.
Well, it is wine time, and I'm with Steve from Decor. And no, we're not drinking on the job, right? So
Of course we are. Why not?
okay,
it's
maybe
CES.
just a little, maybe just a little. But what is this contraption you have here, and what does it go into?
Well, this is the Decor Discovery Wine Station. It can actually sit here on the countertop or in your bar. It can actually be built into the wall too. We have a trim kit that will allow you to build it in so that it can sit in your kitchen next to your oven. And so you can have easy access to your wine all the time.
So you can customize it when you're redoing your kitchen.
Absolutely, yeah. Work this into a remodel project and have this fully installed, or in your wine cellar. This is really for the wine connoisseur who really wants to appreciate their fine wines. It's a 4-bottle wine dispensing and preservation system that keeps the bottles perfectly fresh for 60 days while they're in the unit. It uses thermoelectric cooling technology to keep the wine cool at the set temperature. You can customize the temperature you like to have your wine at. You can also, it uses argon gas to create a perfect seal on the bottle and pour the wine. It has this neat technology we call the clean pour head, and this is a patented design on the head to make it so it's really easy to keep the plastic tube clean, and whenever you change a bottle, this just twists right off, and then you put this onto the bottle and you open up the unit, and this head just slides right in here, like so. You can close up the unit, and it will...
Now, when you say you can set the temperature, what if I have red and white wine?
Yeah, we have a 2-zone divider accessory that will split the compartment here right down the middle and create a 10-degree temperature difference, 10-degree Fahrenheit temperature difference between each zone.
You guys were thinking. And I see here on these screens that it looks like there's different ounces. So can you customize this, and you can customize the name of the wine you have in there?
Absolutely. You can customize the pour size, the varietal, and the vintage. There's 100 pre-stored varietals in here, so your Cabernet Sauvignon, Blancs, those are all easy to store here and remind you of which is which. It's great because you never waste any wine with this unit. And if you're really drinking the finer wines, you don't want to waste a drop. You can enjoy it over a couple days instead of, all at once. And it's really fun way to drink with your friends and entertain.
Absolutely. So where can people get more information on the wine station?
This is at Dacor.com, DACOR.com.
Great. So I think the only thing left to do is have a little cheers.
Cheers. Absolutely.
Salute.
We're really starting to see fashion creep into technology.
Absolutely, which makes a difference for everybody.
Well, we're gonna have a look at some technology for women when we come back from the break. Will the fashion take away from the quality? We'll let you decide.
In the spirit of back to school, we are here with fashion tech accessories today made specifically for females.
Well, this is part of Acoustic Research's For Her line, and this is kind of interesting. We're seeing technology more and more nowadays really go with that fashion bent.
Yeah, and I've got here, just as an example here, this looks like a mascara tube, believe it or not. I don't know if you can tell that, but
I don't carry around a lot of mascara.
yeah. Looks like a white mascara tube. It is a power bank for your phone, so it gives one full phone charge for the average smartphone, but it's also got a personal safety device built into it, as well as a flashlight. I love the fact that it has a flashlight and that it's a portable charger. I don't know how I feel about the personal safety device. I feel like it's one of those added features that probably won't get used. Let's test it out here on mic, just for fun. Danger, danger. Okay.
I think that's about 120 decibels from what I read on the spec sheet. Not super loud, but I guess any noise to draw attention to a bad situation is okay.
Could be helpful.
Yeah.
It's questionable how much that would really draw that much attention, but
yeah, I wouldn't buy it for the panic alarm. The fact that it is kind of cool, fashionable, it's got the flashlight, and it can charge a full smartphone, that's kind of cool.
totally.
Let's have a look at some of the speakers. Acoustic Research has been in the speaker and audio business since the 1950s, so they've got, I guess, deep traditions in that whole technology area. So this is a little flower speaker.
Flower power.
Flower power, pink. This one actually lasts for about 6 hours of continuous use, which is pretty good if you're out on the beach or out and about. We did have a chance to try this in the studio. The sound quality is good for a portable little speaker like this. I did find though when we hit the upper ends of the volume, there was a bit of static, but overall it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I found it decent. The voice quality to me sounded really good, and again, but the background sounds were a little bit muffled, but I would recommend that for a child or a preteen, maybe even a teenager that just wants some fun music to carry around when they don't want to be listening to their headphones. We also have what looks like a purse, but it's not.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. This was actually, the audio on this was quite good. So this is, again, from Acoustic Research. It's their fashion Bluetooth speaker. And again, both of these, you pair them up with your smartphone or your tablet to stream music to them. But this one, very well put together.
I really like the sound quality. I like the look and feel of it. It's 1.5 pounds, so it is a little bit heavy if you're carrying it around. It's got the detachable strap, so you can go with or without that. One thing I like about it is it does do the little handheld, which is kind of a, some people think that's cool.
Is that
some
gonna be
people
heavy
think
on your wrist?
It's kind of, yes, it is a little heavy on the wrist, but maybe a little bit easier than doing that as well.
Here, I'll just punch some music through. So even on the high ends, you know, of the volume scale there, the sound was excellent.
And the battery life lasts up to 15 hours, so.
Which is good, because if you're having a party, maybe that's out on your deck or, you know, camping, or I don't know if you take that camping, but down to the beach and you're fashionable, that will last all day, definitely.
Yeah. So I would recommend this for a preteen, maybe along those lines, maybe not grown women.
Yeah, one quick thing too, it does have a microphone, not grown women.
Not grown women, I know, you didn't even catch that.
I did catch that. It's got a microphone built into it, so you can use it as a speakerphone as well, which is kind of cool.
Really cool.
And of course, for the girl that has everything, a fashionable polka dotted USB charging cable.
They come in all sorts of colors.
Would you get one?
Yeah, I would. I like that one. I do like that one. I know.
So the jury's out for you on like fashionable speakers, but you'd spring for the money to get a fashion cable.
Yes, oddly, yes.
Nice.
I know.
So, you know, the big thing when it comes to fashion and technology, always make sure there's a good name behind it, because you're paying a few bucks for these things, so you want to make sure that the technology's sound and you're getting the most bang for your buck.
Okay, I'm dying to do this.
Okay, we can shut that off now.
If you grew up in the 80s and 90s, you probably remember Polaroid cameras. They were big, bulky, didn't take good photos, but they were instant, and you could just shake it and you watch that photo come to life. Well, Polaroid went bankrupt a couple of years ago, and that whole art form was pretty much lost. Until now, I want to show you something really cool. This is like Polaroid 2.0. This is the Instax Share by Fujifilm. It's a smartphone printer, believe it or not, that works very similar to like those old Polaroid cameras. You have to use this film right over here. This is the Instax mini film. There's 20 in total. It comes in 2 cartridges that have 10 apiece. This will run you for about 20 bucks, and this baby over here is about $200. But what I love about this is the portability. It's rechargeable, so you can charge it up and take it with you if you're going to a party. What's really cool here is that it works with your smartphone. So you take a picture, or you use the pictures in your gallery, you send that data through Bluetooth to the printer, and then it prints it out instantly. You don't have to actually physically connect your phone to it to get that photo. Bear in mind, you will need the Instax Share app, and you can actually take photos from within the app to give you something really cool like this. This is something I took just in my front lawn, and when you take the photo in the app, you get a lot of different data. I have the date, the time, the temperature, and the chance of precipitation on that one very moment. So for a lot of people, this will resonate with them because you get that real-time data for taking a shot. If you go through your gallery, however, you'll just get something like this, where it's just the photo. Bear in mind, this is about the size of a credit card, so it is portable and you can take it with you or stick it in your wallet. Again, the Instax Share smartphone printer. If you're the type of person that takes a lot of photos and longs for the days of Polaroid cameras, this, my friend, is something for you.
A lot of small businesses have been outsourcing the printer. Number one, for the quality, and also secondly, the cost. Well, printing technology has advanced significantly, and a lot of businesses are now taking that in-house, but there's so many different choices. Well, today we're gonna have a look at the next generation of printers. This is the Workforce line from Epson, and it's one of my favorite business printer lines, and again, the technology that they've developed is taking it to a whole new level now.
Well, and if you take a look at them behind us here, there's more than just size that set these apart.
Well, what separates these new models from the previous generation is the Precision Core printhead. It's the next generation in inkjet technology that uses a scalable print chip that packs 600 nozzles per inch. I mean, it's crazy. And get this, each nozzle is capable of delivering up to 50,000 droplets per second.
Wow.
So what that essentially means is that you're getting laser quality black and color prints, plus fast print speeds at up to 50% lower print costs versus a comparable color laser.
Well, you know, the Precision Core really does set these apart, but there's a lot of other features that we like.
You know, what I like now is it's so easy to connect to these new printers. Of course, you can do the old Ethernet cable because they've all have that capability. They also have Wi-Fi built in, plus Wi-Fi Direct.
That's what I like.
Yeah, that's very cool. So you don't need a Wi-Fi router anymore. You can print directly from your laptop, for example, to the printers. And they work really well in the mobile world. I mean, everything is mobile now. So you can actually download a free Apple iOS app or an Android app that allows you to print directly to the printers as well from your phone or your tablet. And you can scan direct to email, print through the cloud, and scan directly to any of several cloud services. So if you use things like Box, Dropbox, Evernote, or even Google Drive, it's got you covered.
Well, I can't wait any longer. Let's dive into these things further.
Let's do it. The first one we want to have a look at in the Workforce line is the WF3640. So it's got the Precision Core technology, so you're getting that high quality laser, color, and text output. This has got great paper handling. And you know, if you haven't upgraded your printer in the past few years, you're really doing a disservice to your business because these printers have so many new technologies and features in them that can really help. So looking on this, it's got 2 paper trays on the bottom. Each one can hold 250 sheets of paper and all sorts of different types of paper and sizes from letter to legal.
And let's not forget about the sheet feed on the back.
Well, this is nice because now it's super easy to switch between all these different inputs, and you can have the envelopes back here and even photographic paper to print out photos. This also does two-sided printing or duplexing. So a lot of printers have that now, which is cool. You can save money by printing on both sides of the paper, cut your paper cost in half. And you can see this is great for even doing brochures. The quality on this is amazing.
Well, what's great about double-sided printing is if you give your staff the option, if you want to be paper-wise, they will choose to use the double-sided feature.
And this takes it to another level when it comes to duplexing. The scanner in here can actually scan on both sides automatically for you. It's got a 35-page auto document feeder, and with letter-sized paper, you can actually have it scanned on both sides and then printed out on 2 sides of a paper.
Very
which is kind
handy.
of cool. On the front, we've got a 3.5-inch color touchscreen. So this thing's got easy-to-read commands for printing, scanning, and faxing. And if you really need to speed things up, you can actually create up to 12 presets with settings for things like resolution, auto 2-sided printing, document sizes, and even cloud destinations.
Well, when we talk about the cloud, we're talking about connecting to things like Evernote or Dropbox.
Love that. So the next one in line is the Workforce Pro 4630. It's got a lot of the same features of the Workforce 3640, but also includes an 80-sheet rear feed tray. I recommend this printer for offices that typically do a lot of high-volume printing, like law offices or even schools. It's got faster print speeds as well, and that's specifically for color printouts. So it does 20 pages per minute in color as opposed to 10 pages per minute for the 3640, basically double. And it has remarkable durability. It can handle a maximum 30,000 page monthly duty cycle.
Well, I can't believe that considering its footprint. It's not that much bigger, yet it gets 30,000 pages per month.
Now let's look at the ultimate in paper handling. This is the Workforce 7620. It's a versatile all-in-one printer, and it's perfect for creative businesses that produce graphic-heavy printouts, things like brochures, sales documents, pamphlets, also things like spreadsheets, flowcharts, even blueprints. Like the 3640, it's got the 2 paper trays on the front, and it's got a single sheet rear tray, and you can easily scan documents as large as 11 by 17 and still use the 2-sided auto document feeder. And you can print wide format photo quality prints that are borderless up to 13 by 19.
Well, we have an example here, and let's just take a look. I mean, this blew me away. Not only is the quality, again, due to that precision core, but the fact that you can print right to that border, color right to the edge, that's impressive.
It is amazing. And again, if you can see this up close, the detail is fantastic. And this is great for any business that prints out graphics or things like brochures and signs. So I also do a special print test to check out quality when I review printers. Of course, I use this special photograph here, and it's almost like looking at a twin of myself. You can see the rugged handsomeness built right into this printout.
I don't know. Now I've got 2 of you to deal with. I don't think I can handle it. I wish the quality was a little lower on this one, to be honest.
This is like a dream come true for me. In summary, if you're looking for a new printer, you have to check out Precision Core technology. It really is the next generation in inkjets. You've got the Epson 3640. This is great for any high volume office printing. If you have heavy duty needs, have a look at the 4630. And if you've got high volume printing and you need that capability to print out all sorts of wide format prints, definitely check out the WF7620, all from Epson.
It's like a race car printers lined up here, hey?
Well, we're almost out of time. I gotta tell you, I was pretty impressed with the Acoustic Research fashion speakers for women.
Beautiful. I was actually gonna invent a Bluetooth bedazzler, but now, seeing all this stuff, forget about it.
A Bluetooth bedazzler. I'm glad you don't design fashion technology. Don't forget to hit our website every single day. We've got the latest video segments, contests, and blogs. That's all the time we have left. Mike and AJ for GetConnected, logging off. We'll see you again next time.